Hello everybody. Today I am going to discuss the second point of the topic electromotive force of conductometric titrations for BSc part 2 presented by me. First of all, we will discuss about the definition of conductometric titrations. The determination of an endpoint of a titration by means of conductivity measurements are known as conductometric titrations. Again, I will repeat this. That is, determination of endpoint of a titration by means of conductivity measurements is known as conductometric titrations. Here I am sharing you the diagrammatic representation for conductometric titrations. Here on a stand, beaker is kept. Below this beaker, the beaker is kept in beaker, the solution of which conductance is to be measured. It is placed in a beaker and the conductivity cell is dipped into the beaker containing the conductivity cell. Before this, it is dipped into a standard KCl solution. Now, we will discuss about principle of conductometric titrations. Actually, conductometric titrations is a general volumetric method based on the fact that one of the ion is replaced by the other. Invariably, these two ions differ in the ionic conductivity. With result is getting that is conductivity of the solution is varies either by decreasing mode or by increasing mode during the course of a titrations. The main principle behind this conductometric titration is that is conductance of a solution depends upon two factors. Okay, which are the most important factors? That is, first one is the number and charge on the free ions, and the second is mobility of ions. Already we have seen that is conductance is dependent on concentration of ions and also a temperature. Now, we will discuss about the four types of the conductometric titration. First one is the titration of a strong acid with a strong base. Second one is the titration of a strong acid with weak base. Third one is the titration of a weak acid with strong base, and fourth one is about the titration of weak acid with a weak base. First of all, we will discuss about the titration of a strong acid with strong base. What is the example of a strong acid and the strong base? The example of strong acid is HCl and strong base is of NaOH. HCl stands for hydrochloric acid and NaOH stands for sodium hydroxide. Now consider the titration of HCl with a NaOH. The solution of the HCl is taken in a beaker in which we have to measure the conductance. Okay, and the NaOH solution is filled with a burette. When the circuit is already connected and at the beginning there are only H plus and Cl minus ions produced by ionization of a HCl solution. Before addition of NaOH solution, the conductance of HCl solution is very high due to the presence of strong acid, which is of presence of highly mobile H plus ions. Now when the base, that is NaOH, added to the HCl solution from the burette to the beaker, the conductance is at starting point falls due to the replacement of few of the H plus ions by the added cation as H plus, which reacts with OH minus ions to form a undissociated water. Due to formation of undissociated water, there is decrease in the conductance of the solution. This frequency is continuous until the equivalence point is reached. At the equivalence point, the solution now contains only two ions, which is of Na plus and Cl minus. After equivalence points, or when all the H plus ions are replaced by Na plus ions, the conductance of the solution is again increases due to large conductivity of, we get the intersection of the lines we get the equivalence point, and from the equivalence point we can determine the normality of a strong acid solution. Now we will see about the second type of the titration, that is conductometric titration of weak acid with a weak base. What is the example of a weak acid and the strong base? Here we have to concentrate on weak acid as a acetic acid with strong base as a NaOH. Already we have used in this first titration type. Here, when acetic acid is taken in a beaker and NaOH taken in a burette, initially, that is before the titration, the conductance is very low due to the feeble ionization of acetic acid, because acetic acid is a weak acid. But when the addition of base at a time 0.5 ml is added to the beaker containing the conductivity cell along with the solution of a strong base, there is decrease in conductance not only due to H plus ions by Na plus ions, but also suppresses the dissociation of acetic acid due to the common ion acetate. But later on, the conductance is again increases on addition of NaOH, as NaOH neutralizes undissociated CH3COOH to CH3CONA, that is sodium salt of acetic acid or sodium acetate, which is the strong electrolyte. And due to that strong electrolyte, there is increase in conductance continues raise up to the equivalence point. The graph near the equivalence point is curved due to the hydrolysis of salt sodium acetate. Beyond the equivalence point, the conductance increases sharply and rapidly with addition of NaOH to highly conducting OH minus ions. Now, we will see the graphical representation of weak acid versus strong base. That is, when the graph of conductance in Simon versus volume of NaOH added in ml of a weak acid like acetic acid is titrated with a strong base like NaOH, the following reaction is occurs. That is, CH3COH can be dissociated as CH3CO minus plus H plus Na plus OH minus gives rise to CH3COONA plus undissociated water. Here the graph shows that is at the beginning of the titration the conductance is very low, but due to the addition of a strong base the conductance is increases, and beyond the equivalence point conductance is again increasing sharply and rapidly. When the two intersecting lines intersect, when the two lines intersects with each other, we get the equivalence point. Now we will see about the third type of conductometric titration, that is the titration of a strong acid with a strong base. What is the example of strong acid and what is the example of weak base? Strong acid already we have discussed, that is the HCl hydrochloric acid, and weak base is a NH4OH. Here the dissociation reaction or ionization reaction in this titration is that is HCl is dissociates as H plus Cl minus, and NH4OH can be dissociated as NH4 plus OH minus. The dissociation reaction is represented like this. There is formation of ammonium chloride with a water. Likewise, other two titrations as stated in above fashion, before titration in the solution only HCl ions are present because already acid is taken in a beaker and HCl is a strong acid, therefore before the titration in the beaker HCl is present, but due to presence of H plus ions the conductivity value is very high because HCl is a strong acid. During titration, till equivalence or neutralization point is reached, H of with high ionic conductivity is replaced by weak NH4 ions with low conductivity, therefore the conductance is decreases. That is, in other words, we can easily say that at the beginning the conductance of the solution is very high. Due to the addition of a weak base, Here H plus fast moving ions are replaced by weak NH4 plus ions, therefore conductance is decreases. Okay. Now we will see about it the graphical representation of a strong acid and a weak acid by plotting the graph of conductance versus volume of NH4OH on the x-axis. Here already stated that at the beginning the conductance is very high due to addition of a weak base, that is NH4OH. Conductance goes on decreasing, and after the equivalence point here the conductance remains constant. When the two lines intersect with each other, at that point we get the end point. Now we will discuss the last type of conductometric titration, that is about titration of weak acid with a weak base. What is the example of weak acid? It is nothing but acetic acid, and weak base already we have discussed, that is a NH4OH. Here in this titration acetic acid is taken in a beaker. Okay. Here due to acetic acid, weak acid, initially conductivity is very low. When the weak base NH4OH is added to weak acid, conductivity is now increases due to highly ionized salt, that is the ammonium acetate, that is CH3COONH4 plus, as follows. Acetic acid can be dissociated as CH3COO minus plus H plus NH4 plus OH minus gives rise to ammonium acetate plus undissociated water. Thus, the conductivity increases up to the equivalence point when acid is completely neutralized. Further addition of an alkali will not cause any change in the value of conductivity because this alkali, that is NH4OH, ionizes slowly, as we have seen in the previous titration. Okay. Now, when the variation of conductivity is plotted against the volume of alkali, we get two setting lines as shown in the figure. That is the graphical representation of a strong acid and the weak base. The nature of the curve before the equivalence point is similar to the curve obtained by titrating it with weak acid versus a strong base. After the equivalence point, conductance virtually remains the same as the weak base is being added feebly ionized, and thereby there is no much conducting. Okay. Now the graph shows that here due to the weak acid and weak base there is a conductance increases due to the formation of a ammonium acetate. After all the acid is neutralized by base, there is no change in the value of the conductance, therefore it remains the constant after the equivalence point is reached. Thus we have completed all the four types of conductometric titrations. Now we will discuss about the advantages and disadvantages of conductometric titrations. First one is, this titration is used with very diluted solutions and weak acids. Second is, conductometric titrations gives us more accurate endpoint by means of graphical nature. Conductometric titrations is used with colored and turbid solutions also, where the endpoints cannot be seen by naked eye. Next one is, these titrations can be used where there is no suitable indicator. These titrations also many applications that it can be used for acid-base titration, redox titration, precipitation titration, or a complex titrations. Since the endpoint is detected graphically, no keen observation is necessary near the endpoint. These are the advantages. But as far as the conductometric titrations are considered, it has some disadvantages also. What is the first disadvantages? Only limited number of redox titrations can be carried out. What is redox titrations? That at a time oxidation and reduction reactions takes place, because high concentration of hydronium ion in the solution tends to mask the changes in conductance. Therefore, limited number of redox titrations can be carried out by using the conductometric titrations. Also, it becomes less accurate and less satisfactory when the total electrolytic concentration is very high. That is, when the concentration is very high, it becomes a less accurate. Okay, thank you.